Hey Capricorn, this is Alicia with Twisted Tarot, here to do your May 2019 Twin Flame Tarot reading. Thank you everyone for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, emails. All of your feedback is amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am an intuitive tarot card reader, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. What that means is if you see a traditional tarot card and I say something different, please know that I am channeling messages from Spirit, and I try and incorporate both, so the traditional tarot card meaning and the messages that I receive from Spirit. So I try to do both. It is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it is not your message, it may be a different Capricorn's message or a different sign's message. It is for the collective, but that's a lot of Capricorns. It's a lot of people, a lot of subscribers that watch the channel that are Capricorn or are dealing with a Capricorn. So keep that in mind. And I am channeling those messages. So I may be told that this card, it means something totally different from the traditional tarot. And if I forget to shout out a sign, that does happen. I'm moving and grooving. I'm in my zone. Sometimes I do forget, so I apologize ahead of time. So if that does happen, very sorry. The roles can reverse, so take what resonates, leave the rest. If it, if it flips completely, and you're like, oh, that's not me, that's my twin, you don't have to comment that. That does happen. We all know how that it can work like that because I'm pulling in a lot of energy, so that does happen. What else? I think that's pretty much it. And I highly recommend watching both. If you're a cross-watcher of some sort, that doesn't necessarily apply to you. However, it could, since we're talking about twin flames. That information can be kind of sprinkled throughout the reading, just kind of free-flowing all over the reading, so in both videos. So if you can, watch both. I know it's a lot to watch, so, if you can't, no worries. If you don't want to, that's not a big deal. But so you get all the messages, I highly recommend watching both. One of the reasons that if you're not receiving messages on my channel and you watch but you don't subscribe and you don't comment or like or any of those things, I can't get your energy into the reading because I don't know where you are. So like, comment, share, subscribe, email your comments. If you don't want to write them below, that's fine. But however you want to do it, any of those things will work. Because I pull from the collective when I'm doing the readings. So I pull from the energy that you've given to the other videos. So I pull from like, subscribe, shares, etc. All right. So let's clear out the energy and we'll get right into your reading. I'm going to chime my chime. So if you are wearing headphones, I don't know how loud it really gets, but you could turn it down. You could take them out. I kind of use this time so that you guys can breathe in and breathe out with the energy of the chime, and just release all expectations and just let Spirit be open to all the messages that Spirit gives you for the reading, and just be open to receiving constructive criticism, because this is my channel and not everything is going to be like, oh, he loves you and you're going to get married and you're going to run off into the sunset. Twin flames are not like that, and they're very hard work. It does take a lot of work on yourself, and your twin has to do their work as well. If you work on yourself, you're also working on your twin, because you are very connected. It is a divine connection that is one soul. So what you do, your twin benefits from, and vice versa, or detriment. It will be a detriment if you're not doing the work. So please know that none of my messages are an attack. If it's not for you and you know it's not for you, then just ignore it and move on, and no big deal. Sometimes, it's constructive criticism, like I said. So if you can't take that, then my channel is not for you. Okay. All right. So let's clear out the energy. Okay. That one was okay. I'm going to do another one. Very muted today, but that's okay. It just seems like that's just the chime they want to give me. All right. Okay. These are astrological cards. Spirit helps me take two. They are, if you're twin, they're for your twin sign. If your twin sign does not come out of this deck, doesn't mean that this reading can't be for you. Although I can't argue that if it does come out, that it's may resonate 10 times more. But again, there's tons of cards I still have to pull from and energy that I'm going to pull. And if nothing comes out that's your twin, just try and focus on the messages, because it may just be the messages for you and your twin flame. Also keep in mind, when I am reading, the cards can pull out different types of relationships within your reading. So if you are a twin flame and you're in separation with your twin, but you're also with a soulmate or a karmic, that can show here as well. So when I say this could be your twin, it could be. It could also be someone that you're currently involved with or will be involved with. I read energy. I'm a very complex reader, or complicated reader, however you want to, however you see it. And so this energy could be for the past, the present, or the future. All right, let's see who Capricorn is dealing with. Oh, we got 2 cards right away. I'm loving it. Finally, last reading was like, I sat there and I shuffled and I shuffled and I shuffled. Could be dealing with a Virgo or a Cancer. All right, Capricorn, Virgo, or Cancer came out. Very good. Very nice. Thank you, Spirit. That was quick. Last time I did it, it was like shuffle, 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 shuffle. I should have like deleted some of the shuffling on that video. It was for, what sign was it? Taurus. Yeah, it was Taurus. Okay. Or no, it was Virgo. It was Virgo. Well, we have Virgo here. Okay, mutual energy between you and your twin is, 9 of Cups. Very nice. This is like that wish fulfillment type of card. So maybe wishing, hoping, wanting something to happen. These cups are all about kind of emotional fulfillment. So you're at the 9 and you're like waiting or wishing for that last 10th cup, maybe for you and your twin to come into union in the 3D, or to not be in separation, or for something to change, or you're feeling pretty good about this connection. You're feeling like things are starting to align the way that you hoped for, and you're still hoping and wishing possibly for that last cup, that 10th cup that will give you that final. 10 of Cups is the top dog of the emotional connection, emotional fulfillment. So this is beautiful energy. I'm loving this. Also, guys, for those of you that are new to my channel, I clarify all the tarot cards at the end of the reading. So great. I love that. I love that energy, you guys. That's beautiful. Okay. And we have balance. Okay. So this is balancing polarities. This is balancing your life. It's trying not to see things from such a black and white perspective, which, as some of the Capricorns that I do know, I have a lot of my energy on a daily. My best friend, 2 of my best friends are Capricorns. So this is about balancing that black or white type of ideal that we sometimes get caught up in. And a lot of times I do believe Capricorns do kind of sometimes see things very cut and dry. And it's trying to get you to look at the gray. It's trying to get you to balance your work and your relationships, or something in your life that, and it could be also that yin and yang, because we all have yin and yang in ourselves. Each one of us, even if we are male or female, we still have male and female energies that are still having to kind of balance out in ourselves. So I feel like that's definitely a balancing act. And they want you to get your life into balance and maybe see the middle ground here. Okay, so let's see. It could be that you and another person maybe trying to, like your twin, maybe trying to figure out some type of situation between the 2 of you that creates this balance, okay? The tedium, this is a new deck. I'm reading from the Sacred Earth Oracle. I also have Amira's Love Oracle here as well. Those are 2 new decks that I am debuting in your reading. So I am going to read from the book. I feel like I can get channeled messages that way. And also I don't, like some readers, when they get a deck, they go through every single card. I do not work like that. I like to be surprised. I like to pull out that card, get my first impression and my first aha, how do I feel that card? And then I'll read to see how Spirit backs it up, or if it's different, if there's more interpretation to it. The tedium or drudgery of a safe but unstimulating environment. Denying a problem worsens an outcome. Avoidance of the tough stuff causes dependence, stagnation, or loss of self. Many mistakes with the purpose of learning from them. Aim to manage stress rather than eliminating it. Minimize damage by turning a difficulty to your advantage. A challenge brings needed incentive. Yeah, so I feel like you may be bored. Some of you may be bored with your environment. It may be not stimulating enough, or you may have too many responsibilities. So it's like tedious, and you're like, I need a break. I need a night out. I need to do something different. Could be denying a problem, but that only could make it worse. Avoidance of the tough stuff, like almost like putting it, I'll deal with it later. Procrastination can also come. It can also cause you to be stagnant or dependent on someone else. So for some of you, most of you are very independent signs that I know of. Like two of you that are in my energy, you're single moms and you do it all. So it's not every Capricorn. So it says make mistakes from the purpose of learning from them. So yeah, and aiming to manage your stress instead of eliminating it, because if you're trying to go for that all black or white when it comes to stress, it's never possible to eliminate every single thing that stresses us out. Living in today's world, or even any type of era, it's impossible to do that. So it's learning how to manage it instead of trying to get rid of it. And maybe that's the issue, is like you want to maybe change something in your life and you want it to just go away, or you may be ignoring something for some of you and you just want it to go away or resolve itself, but it actually needs you to confront it head on. And you guys are good with that anyways. So it says minimize damage by turning a difficulty to your advantage. Yeah, so a challenge brings some type of incentive. Okay, so there's definitely a challenge for some of you, and you're good at taking on things. Some of you may be procrastinating. That's understandable against a situation, or just kind of like, okay, it's going to resolve itself. It's going to resolve itself. And for some of you it may, but others of you it may come to a head, and you're going to have to turn your attention directly to that. Yeah. Next card we have is obstacles. Yeah. So that's this is an obstacle here. So there may be something that's blocking your path between you and your twin, or just within your situation that may be an obstacle, and you're trying to figure out a way to get over it, through it, under it, around it. This type of rock thing. It's like, how do we break up this rock? How do we crush it? Can we walk around it? But if you walk around it, is that obstacle still there? So let's see what they have to say. Some examples here about what this obstacle may be, or how they see it. Delays and obstacles are in store. The timing isn't quite right with this relationship or situation. The divine or your higher power has put an obstacle in the mix for you to step back and observe the situation with eyes wide open and from a detached perspective. Let go and let God take care of things. So for some of you, this obstacle, you could let go and let God figure it out for you. A lot of you they want you to just let go of the control over maybe trying to fix this. For some of you, you have to look at it head on and deal with it. Others of you, it's just the timing isn't right with a relationship or a situation. So there's an obstacle there that you're going to have to pass through before it is time for you to come together, possibly with your twin. Or for something to be resolved within your energy. It could be another relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a job, it could be a lot of things. So keep that in mind, the obstacle. We'll see more as we go and see what they say. And we have surrender, but it's reversed. Yeah, so they may want you to surrender to just letting go of wanting to control it or wanting to fix it. And that's hard. I know, I get that. I'm an Aries. We don't know how, we're all about control. So I totally get it. So they want you to surrender control or surrender to this obstacle, okay? So try not to fight against it, okay? Maybe working out a solution, like I was saying with that balance card for some of you. Or just letting go and letting it take care of itself. We have the devil reverse. This is your energy. This is Capricorn. So you may be feeling you're bound to someone or something, which is normally what I see this card upright. It's also a recovery when it's reversed. So it's like recovering from any type of codependency or any type of bondage or any type of anything. It could be drugs, it could be sex, it could be drinking, it could be anything that possibly was in your energy that was low vibration. So when this is reversed, it feels very good. Like it feels like you're normally, I'd say when it's upright, it's great, but not necessarily. When it's upright, you feel bound or bonded to something, and that it may be codependent and it may be causing some problems in your life. And for this, it's like this energy, it's like you're recovering from that. You're kind of moving away from it, maybe surrendering to it with the surrender card here, or they want you to surrender to it. This obstacle that you've come up against. It could be also that you and your twin, you have a lot of sexual chemistry, or you want to come together sexually, and this person, it may be like a BDSM type of thing. I'm not judging, just saying. But that could be the situation, like where you're kind of like, maybe we spice things up, what do I, maybe surrendering to this obstacle. Maybe this person has asked for a different sexual relationship than you're used to, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I could do that. Like, maybe we could get kinky like that, and that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you just want somebody to come in and give you some good sex. I'm just going to put it out there for some of you, male or female. You may be wanting just that sexual connection, like just feeling like you just need it, like you just got to have it, like maybe you're stressed and it relieves your stress. Doesn't matter. It kind of feels like it's trying to balance that masculine energy with that feminine energy, and trying to kind of get a good balance there, within sexuality as well. But you may be also having a lot of sex, which is good, not judging there. Like, that may be a good thing. You may be really, and you may be really trying to surrender yourself to this new idea and this new obstacle when it comes to maybe having sex with your twin. There may be some type of difficulty in the bedroom, or difficulty kind of getting to that point with that person. And it may not even be your twin. You just need to get laid for some of you, and that's okay. I understand. I get it. Scales, keep your life in balance. Balance. We have balance twice. Okay. Interesting. Very, very, the same card. Same card, different deck. All right. Twin flame message. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. So for some of you, you may have felt bad for the way that you treated your twin, or some things you said to them, or something to do with that. So you may have a little guilt there for some of you. Not all of you. Sorry guys, my video froze. So not all of you feel that way, that you did, that you treated them badly. But for those of you that do, you feel very sad. You feel some grief over that. You maybe want to apologize. Next card we have is connection. It's very beautiful. Could be connecting with the Pisces here. We have very Piscean energy, very fluid energy. There's a lot of coral here, a lot of water. Could be another water sign too. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces for some of you. Yep, we have Cancer here. Okay, so this could be the connection that you feel with this Cancer, or any other water sign, or you may have water in your chart. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to worry about it if it's not if it's not for that. It could be just towards your twin here. So, or you're wanting that connection. Like I said, you're wanting that sexual connection. You're wanting that emotional connection too. Maybe for some of you, maybe you're like, I don't want it to be just sex. I want to have an emotional connection with you, or a relationship. For others of you, you don't mind if it's just a sexual relationship. That's fine. Either one applies for that card. Earthly meaning. Find yourself by losing yourself in a conversation, a story, or someone's eyes. Be vulnerable, be emotional, and be moved to deeper understanding. Empathy is required. Let the pain, suffering, love, and joy of others find a home in your heart. Accepting another without reservation means accepting yourself as well. This is exactly a twin flame card. When you accept others, you also accept yourself. Also, the connections that you have with people around you are a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So if you have a lot of toxic people in your environment, you may feel that way about yourself. Or you may have things that are unresolved within your own energy that keep drawing the same person or these same people to you. So be careful about your circle. Be careful about the relationships that you surround yourself with. Maybe do like a revisit your friends list on Facebook, or revisit your connections that you have in your 3D life, where some people may not make the cut anymore, and realize who's there for you, who you can depend on as well. They want you to be vulnerable as well, so maybe be vulnerable to this person, maybe establish a deeper understanding, or come from a more emotional space when you're connecting with your twin, especially if you're connecting with a Cancer. They want you to go deep down into their emotions, explore them with you and within yourself, because that is something they need, is a very emotional connection. Okay, could be the Virgo too. Doesn't have to just apply to the Cancer. Okay, but there's definitely emotions here, especially with this 9 of Cups. Okay, so it is a very emotional connection. Ooh, we have fun times. Yes, maybe going to concerts. You may be going to look at the stars outside with this person, or at night. There's a lot of people here that maybe taking pictures. You may be taking pictures. Maybe going to look at like a meteor shower or something really interesting that you can see at night, or you may be going out at night, like a concert at night. So let's see what they have to say about this fun times. Ooh, I like this. I like this card. That's very cool. We all need some of this. Yeah, we all need some of this. So they need you to go out and get some fun, guys. Enjoyment, fun times, parties, social times. Your life is blossoming. Your social circle is expanding. Networking, building your contacts for expanding your life through loving your life. Okay, so it says that you're going to expand your social circle, that you are networking possibly, and that you're building your contacts for expanding your life through loving your life. So you may be meeting people that you can connect with on a business level, or on a spiritual level, or on just a acquaintance level, that you guys just, strike up a conversation and make plans. When you meet them at the grocery store, you meet them when you're out and about with your friends, could meet them at a concert, and you guys all decide, hey, let's have a party, let's barbecue, let's have fun times, because summer's coming up and the winters is gone, and the spring is coming into full effect here, and then we're going to get warmer and warmer, and things are going to get so much fun, and we're going to have so much fun over the summer. So yay, that's awesome. But you lack some patience here, and you may be unwilling to surrender that patience. Okay, so they want you to be a little bit more patient, okay, with this person. This may be, again, this obstacle is here to teach you something, but it's also because it's not the right time. Divine timing is definitely involved within this connection, okay, within you and your twin. So the divine has placed this here on purpose so that you can get past this with this person, because otherwise it's a lesson you haven't learned, or they haven't learned, that you have to kind of go through in order to get where you want to be on the level you want to be with them. Like the connection may need this in order to grow, okay? Just like when we are in separation, no matter how badly it hurts, no matter how tough it is, it's meant to teach us something. We're meant to grow along that path and put that energy into ourselves, and that love into ourselves, so that we are attracting that, and so that we're reflecting that and projecting that to our twin, and not fear and not self-hate and doubt and all those things. So they really want you to be more patient, which I understand. I'm not a patient person either, so I get it. And we have the sun reversed. Yes, you may be feeling like there's a lack of clarity here. There's a lack of enlightenment within this connection. Could be related to this devil energy. So something maybe making you feel like you're in the dark, or you're in a dark night of the soul, or you're just maybe a little unhappy with this need to surrender, unhappy with this, maybe impatient, unhappy with this obstacle. And that's understandable for sure. A little bit of depression here for some of you. You may be feeling a little depressed, or you may be feeling like the sun isn't shining, which is, happiness and joy and love and all those things. And, this energy is transforming, okay, and they want you to be patient. Okay, we have elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Yeah, exactly. So you still have a little bit longer to go. Elephants are so old, and they're old souls, and that's something that's so important here, is that there is a long journey ahead of you, and you're going to need to have patience, and I know it's hard, and surrender some of that control. This is definitely control here for some of you, and you have to surrender needing to control the situation. And you're upside down in your energy, even though this is normally upright, and this is like still not great energy. Like most readers see it as a lot of codependency, a lot of nasty lower vibration when it's upright. However, it is when your energy is in its best, Capricorn, just in your own energy, where you're in control, where you're standing in your power. But when it's like this, it's feeling out of control, or feeling like you don't have control over the situation, or that you don't have the power, or somebody's trying to take your power away, and it may be for the wrong reasons, okay? And it's making you unhappy. Like you're just like, this sucks. Like, what the hell? And so, yeah, you may be feeling down. You may be feeling a tad bit of depression, but there is a physical or mental journey that you're on, and you're going to get some more information about it's going to make you wiser. You're going to learn something from this that's invaluable along this journey, okay? And then want you to keep your life in balance, okay? So it may be a little bit imbalanced. You may be working too much or doing too much school and not getting enough fun times here for some of you, and really getting out and getting those and making those connections with other people. Twin flame message, would you reject me? So you're wondering if this person will reject you if you come towards them. That could be this energy here with the sun being reversed as well. I could see that very much as being like, you know, sad, like wondering like, yeah, are you going to reject me? Or are you going to make me happy? Or are you just going to do this to me? You know, are you going to make, are we going to go back to being sad and confused? Dang, sorry guys. I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's just like, you know, preservation. Okay. So for some of you, you no longer are able to bear children here, that your days are gone. Others of you, it's like there is this birth inside of you. There's this preservation, like you're trying to figure out ways to take care of your children, or if you're pregnant, like to kind of take care of that energy, or you're thinking about maybe having another baby for some of you. But you may be questioning it because you're like, am I too old? Can I do this? Can I even like, you know, I'm like, I'm almost dead. It feels like, or like when they grow up, or I preserve this, or I help this child grow up, I'm going to be like half dead. Like, or I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to be like this skeleton here. Okay. Almost like death and birth, death and rebirth are like very much connected here. Like this, again, this balance, okay, of the universe. You know, for every life there is a death, etc. And it's that, you know, the circle of life, you know. Lion King stuff. All right, so let's see what they have to say about preservation. A dream is dormant, not lost. The reticence to accept something positive. A slow awakening to love. It is okay to take your time. Emotional barriers. Self-preservation may have become self-sabotage. Rejecting opportunity due to fear or anxiety. This is fear. This could also be anxiety for sure. The dismissal of kindness or a doubt over someone's intention is unwarranted. So you may be doubting the intentions of your twin, and they are good, and they may be just so confused, or they may be confusing you, especially with the sun, you know, being reversed. It's like cloudy. It's like dark. It's like you can't see through that. So you may also have a dream here as well, but it's only just waiting to be revealed. It's not lost, and it may just take a little bit more time. So it's a slow awakening to love. And it says it is okay to take your time. And it says the reticence to accept something positive. So you may be kind of holding back to accept something about the situation that is could be very positive. But there are some emotional barriers possibly. Self-preservation may have become self-sabotage for some of you. So you may be very much in your comfort zone and not able to kind of see outside, like other perspectives outside of that. And so you may be rejecting an opportunity due to fear or anxiety, okay, over it, which is understandable for a lot of us that suffer with that, because we can't tell someone's intentions are good or bad. And this is saying that for the most part, they're expressing that it's okay to open up. It's okay to be vulnerable to this person or with this person. And again, if you're mirroring this fear to your twin, they're going to mirror that same fear to you. Okay. And we have spiritual growth. Yeah. Spiritual growth is, you're on this path of spiritual growth. The reason you may be having fear or anxiety is because there's a lot of shifts going on. So a lot of spiritual growth that's going on for a lot of us. A lot of us are ascending, or a lot of us are going to higher levels, or our energy is transforming itself continuously, and we feel those shifts, and they can cause a lot of anxiety. So yeah, definitely. All right, let's see what they have to say about the spiritual growth here in the book. Sometimes that, you know, they give me more than I could ever, you know, have gotten from my own guides. Lessons to learn. Opportunity for growth on a soul level. The message is to look at the lesson, and this will set you free. Until the lesson is learned, it will keep repeating itself, and through learning this lesson, you will gain so much knowledge about yourself and your soul purpose. Yeah, this obstacle keeps getting put in your way, or this lesson for this relationship, and you and your twin possibly have some lessons to learn, and these obstacles are there to help you learn, to help you with your spiritual growth on this path. And they're going to keep repeating themselves until they're learned. And we have a barrier reverse, but the barrier between, the barrier can be brought down as long as there's patience and surrender to the process, and spiritual growth and being a little bit more vulnerable is opening up. This is like a barrier here that is like that obstacle. So we have an obstacle, but then this barrier comes down. So it's like, if you do this work, if you're patient, if you surrender, if you're vulnerable, if you don't let this opportunity pass you by and become more open to it, and release some of that fear that may be holding you back for some of you, this barrier will open up, okay? Something will change. This will be overcome. Yes. And we'll have the King of Cups. So then there's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, like I said earlier, without even knowing what this card was. We have Cancer here, okay? All right, so I feel like this connection right here, this is this other person and you wanting to offer each other love. This is someone who is compassionate, who stands in their power correctly. They're not an emotionally manipulative person. So they are there. They are within your energy. They're either your twin's energy or someone you'll meet that's like this. Or, you know, this could be your energy wanting to give this person a lot of love. But I think it is another person. Okay, so it doesn't have to be male or female. It's just that energy of being sensitive, being compassionate, being kind, being diplomatic in the way that they rule. So they may rule with their emotions, but their emotions are balanced in a healthy way, or yours will become balanced in a healthy way with this spiritual growth, okay? And this will remove that barrier so that you can receive and give love. So this vulnerability will be between you and your twin or whoever this person is. You'll now be opening up to that person. They'll be opening up to you, and they want to offer you this grand gesture of love. And this isn't a small gesture. This is a huge gesture. This is somebody who is very much in love with you, okay? So if you're wondering about them, they have good intentions. They have your heart and their heart are connected, and they have that in spades. Like, there's that heart there. Look at that big heart and that beautiful eye. They see you, okay? And they want to break down your barriers, okay, to get to you. All right, and they have some spiritual growth to do just as well as you do. Wishbone, a wish is granted. That's what I was saying. Yeah, this is a wish. This is a wish. Yeah, will be granted on your end, okay? So you're wishing and hoping for this. And this is about ready to change, about ready to just turn into something amazing. Twin flame message. I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. So yeah, for some of you want to tell your twin, I'm sorry I couldn't do right by you. But you still love them and they still love you, okay? And there's definitely like, this is kind of like confusion, I feel like, for some of you. Again, anxiety and maybe a touch of depression here, and a lack of happiness, like being unhappy. And it's affecting your energy here with the Devil reversed. So it's kind of bringing you down into a lower vibration. It's bringing your vibration down, okay? And it's all about control, okay? Releasing that control or allowing someone else to have that control over you may make you feel vulnerable for some of you, and that's understandable. But this person with the preservation and this King of Cups has beautiful intentions towards you. So, and it may be for some of you that you kind of were a runner, or you were the one that was pushing them away, which is understandable. Not everybody is that going to apply to, but you know, we have this, I'm sorry, couldn't do right by you, and I feel badly for the way I treated you. So there could be a little bit of, you know, some things that maybe you feel kind of responsible for in this relationship that you want to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I did a shitty thing, or I said shitty things, you know, which happens. All right, let's clarify out this Nine of Cups, this mutual energy. Let's see. All right, why is the Nine of Cups here? Why is the Nine of Cups here? I feel like that's your wish is granted. That wish bonus here. It says a wish is granted. So, oh my gosh, I'm loving this for you guys. Really do. Really, really do. Six of Swords reversed. Yeah. You're unwilling to move on from a situation because you want this so badly, and you know your wishes are going to be granted. For some of you, you're like sure of it, and that's good. You know, like Six of Swords can be good because, you know, you're not moving on from this person, or they're not moving on from you. They're wishing for you. You're wishing for them, or, but, you know, this could be vice versa. This could be both of you that are they still have faith. They still have these emotions for you. They still have this love for you. They still have this emotional connection to you, okay? And so we have a wish is going to be granted. And this person can't move on from you, or you can't move on from them. And there's a reason, because You know, when you're connecting with a twin, of course, like you're going to be drawn to them over and over and over again. So it's like, even if you try and move on, you really don't want to. Even if you try to move on in the physical world, your heart and your mind may still be stuck on this person. I'm still wishing for things to change. Yeah. Okay. All right. We have the Devil reversed. Why do we have the Devil reversed? Why is the Devil reversed? Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, because somebody, either you or this other person, is having a lot of anxiety about taking action, or they're not taking any action towards the situation to make anything better, or you feel like you're helpless, like you can't make things better, like you, and this could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini energy, because it is the the Knight of Swords. So with them being reversed here, I feel like this action isn't being taken, and it's putting you into some severe anxiety. Again, we've got this Sun reversed, but it's also making you feel like you are dependent on this person, and you don't like that feeling for some of you. And there's control as well. It's like, it's very uncomfortable feeling right here. It's a feeling like, okay, get your shit together and come towards me. But you both aren't right. Like, you both aren't upright. Okay. So if this is your twin's energy right here instead of yours, you both can't, you know, this person can't rush in and offer you anything or give you any type of clarity right here with the Sun next to it, and help you with this. Because they're dealing with their own stuff here. And it may be that, you know, there was all talk and no action too. So somebody may have talked a good game and been like, yeah, I'm gonna come sex you up, and then they never showed up, okay? For some of you. Or they were just like, you know, playing games, and you feel like they're playing games with you, okay? Interesting. Or it's you not being able to take any type of action because you know that you're not happy right now, or that you have things that you need to work on, or some codependencies, or some of your own issues that revolve around possibly, you know, I feel very heavy here, some anxiety and a need to control the situation, either you or the other person. And it's, you know, and that's why there's no action here, or why there's a lot of talking but not a lot of action. A little less talk, a little more action, right? Yeah, I think that's what you want. You maybe want a little bit more sex, like, stop talking a good game, just get over here. Or you want to, you know, go straight to them, you know, but, you know, it's that Devil reverse, though. It's definitely trying to recover from that in order to move forward, okay? In order to move into a better place, because then we have the Sun reversed here. So let's see why. Why is the Sun reversed? Get some more energy on that. All right, so we have two cards. This one almost fell out. I'm going to take it anyways because I know it's related. Okay, so Sun reversed is clarified by the Death card reversed and the High Priestess. Okay, so it could be dealing with a Scorpio, or again, we have Cancer, or a Pisces. So what I'm feeling from this card is that there's a lack of clarity, but the Death card, it's still not over. There's no ending here with this Death card. It's still, this is like a transformation. So you guys may be, again, like I said, going through transformation, and there's this patience here. So they want you to be patient with the process, patient with this person. And this Knight of Swords, you're not patient. You're like, can you get the hell over here? Can we get this thing moving? Can you move? Can I move? Can we get moving? Is what I feel like. So it's like, oh my gosh, definitely some frustration and impatience there, which makes sense. I get it. But the High Priestess is here to tell us that we're not listening to something to do with our intuition. We're not listening to somebody saying, be patient. Okay, so we may be like, oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Like, I may just want to have fun times with someone else because you're not showing up, and I may be making other connections, you know, while we get our shit together. But this isn't making you happy. With the Sun card reverse, it's actually causing more confusion. Okay, and this person or you may be literally ignoring their intuition about this connection, because this connection is represented by what the Sun would be upright. When it is upright, that it's divine and it's absolute bliss, okay? But when it's reversed, it's like the opposite of that. So it's depression, it's sadness, it's feeling confused about the situation, but you're not able to move on. We've got the Death card here reversed and the Six of Swords. You're still stuck in this. It's still stuck in this energy, but your intuition is alarm bells, and it's saying, listen, do some spiritual growth, do some work, Try and remove this barrier. Be patient. Surrender to the process, okay? This obstacle is here for a reason, and try and keep your life in balance during this time frame, okay? So that's what she's here to tell us. And you may not be telling this person that they're making you unhappy. You may also be keeping it to yourself and suffering in silence for some of you. Okay, we have the King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here? Where's the King of Cups here? I came flying. Justice card reversed. This person wants to show you love, and they are in love with you, and they feel like without this love, without your love, without showing you love, it's an injustice. So there's an imbalance here. We have a Libra energy with Justice card here on top of the King of Cups. So definitely they feel it's an injustice not to be this person to you or you to be this person to them. And so, that's why this wish is granted underneath here, is because this person may finally get some clarity over the situation and listen to their intuition as well and realize that it's an injustice to themselves. They'd be doing themselves an injustice if they didn't offer you this love, if they didn't come in and be your King of Cups, okay? No matter what the astrological sign is. Aww. Or you feel like it's an injustice because you want their love and you're wishing for it, but you're going to get that wish, okay? A wish will be granted. So that's very beautiful. Oh my gosh, you guys. Love this reading. All right, here's your fortune. We have plain. A journey is indicated either physically or metaphorically. We have that here, a long journey. Your life will become more full. So you may be traveling as well, actually physically traveling, or you could metaphysically be traveling on this spiritual journey. Okay, so you have a lot to learn. There's more going on here. There's more to learn about this connection, more to learn about why the divine keeps putting these obstacles in your path, and you have to be like, oh my God, are we going to get there yet? Like, are we going to just be happy? Because you just want to be happy with this person, okay? And you don't want it to end, but your intuition is like telling you something, and you may not be hearing it, and it may be just be a little bit more patient, okay? And there's more work to do, so surrender to the process. Do some spiritual growth, focus on yourself, and go inward while this person is trying to figure out their crap, because either way, this wish will be granted, okay? You're not moving on from this person. They're not moving on from you. This is mutual energy here. So you're still connected, very much so, spiritually. And there is a spiritual connection, and they may be trying to get your twin to see that as well, like listen to their intuition, because you're both connected. So and that it's not over, okay? This Death card is reversed. It's not over. The cycle's not ended. There's still clarity that needs to be kind of worked through. Maybe a few things kind of put into place before you guys can come together in like a 3D union for good. So if you've been kind of on and off, which is typical of some twin flames, so that could be why. All right, guys, I love this reading. I know it was I hope it wasn't too heavy. I mean, I loved it. Your energy's good. It seems like you guys are in a pretty good place. So that's fantastic. I love it. Give me a comment below. Let me know how this resonates. If you need a personal reading from me, the link is in the description box below, and it takes you to my Facebook site. If you don't have Facebook and you still want a reading from me, I do everything, not just twin flames. You can email me at twistedtarot@gmail.com. All right, guys, I love you so much, and I will see you on the other side for your twins reading. Take care.